Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coin Lady channel. The SEC is alleging that certain of the tokens on the Binance platform are securities, and as a result, the SEC is actively investigating Binance as part of its increased crypto enforcement efforts. In this video, I'd want to go over that topic as well as some exciting advancements related to it. Some interesting XRP-related facts and some ramifications of the case's existence are presented. That's why I'm going to explain it to you in detail and tell you what I think it means for the Ripple SEC case. At the end of the video, though, I'd like to shift gears and talk about an important upcoming improvement to the XRP ledger. I had no idea what to expect, but I think this is a huge positive for XRP's price in the future and a dramatic change in the game. Guys, this is awesome. A new era for the XRP ledger, in my opinion. Take your time and watch the whole video so you can fully appreciate why this is so crucial. To begin, I'd want to state that I've read a ton of legal opinions on this topic so far, and based on what I've learned, I'm convinced that the SEC only wants more power in the Bitcoin industry. The SEC has now filed comparable significant accusations to the Ripple case, including money laundering and commingling of funds. From what I can tell, however, many of the shady practices of which the SEC is accusing financial institutions are now only a thing of the past. The SEC appears to have taken the same approach toward Binance as it did with Ripple. They seem to have tried everything at this point and are just seeing what takes. Attempting to freeze Binance trading assets before the case is determined is an intriguing move on the part of the SEC. This type of order is known as a preliminary injunction. Now, in the Ripple SEC case, John Deaton made a comment along these lines, and he has always considered it incredible that the SEC didn't try to do this. Since the SEC isn't even that confident in their own argument, and they know deep down that XRP isn't truly a security, it's hard for them to ban Ripple from actually selling it, as John Deaton has acknowledged on multiple occasions. I think it's fascinating that the SEC is making an effort to accomplish this in the financial case. However, a quote from Binance chief compliance officer, who claimed the company was operating as an effing unlicensed securities exchange in the USA, is the most damning evidence I have seen in the case so far, and the only thing I actually looked at and thought, okay, that's not that good for finance. That's not a good look, man, but I think we need some background on this. Several US-based exchanges, Coinbase included, operate unregistered securities markets. The vast majority have heard of securities and are interested in selling them in the United States. On their platform, however, not all tokens are considered securities. It's possible that the product they're offering is a security, like a yield-bearing account, but they still want to be allowed to sell it. Given that Coinbase's financial arm may have been trying to register for the past 5 years but has been denied permission to do so, the fact that Binance claims it is a security exchange operating without a license in the United States doesn't really provide the full picture. So they aren't saying, hey, we're doing this illegally on purpose. Just because regulators say so doesn't mean they'll give us the information we need to get registered. This is exactly what's happening to us. However, the financial sector did act swiftly, which is something I greatly like. The SEC has leveled many accusations against Binance, but as I've already mentioned, none of them seem particularly novel or damaging. Beyond the merely hazy, we are all aware of how blurry the boundaries between safety and danger may be. The SEC also claims that your business activities involve unregistered securities. Binance is, without a doubt, a Bitcoin company. They will offer for sale their own digital currency. So, if the SEC believes that Binance's sale of cryptocurrencies is a major factor in the exchange's current illegal operation, it is apparent that the SEC has no ability to stop it from happening. A statement from the financial sector suggests that the SEC is moving quickly to seek jurisdiction in this matter. The worries of investors and other regulators do not appear to be high on the SEC's list of priorities. Because of our size, global reputation, and name recognition, the finance industry in the United States is a prime target in the ongoing regulatory tug-of-war. The SEC has been in this role for decades. Everyone in the community and in the Bitcoin industry has called them out on it. In reality, that stance was extremely easy for the financial sector to take. It was guaranteed to be a hit. Nonetheless, I do think this is the case. Permit me to add that it's possible there were some dubious financial dealings being made behind the scenes. Even the SEC, I'm sure, doesn't know everything that's going on. From what I can tell, however, the SEC is using this as a means of expanding its jurisdiction and launching an attack on the banking sector. One of the things about Binance that makes me skeptical is that Brian Brooks, a person whose work I respect immensely, recently joined the company as CEO of its American operations. After a week or so, he decided to head out. That makes me think there could be covert compliance checks being performed. But for now, all we can do is wait and watch what happens. This is quite similar to what they did with Ripple, where they threw a bunch of bad stuff at the financial industry and then found out that most of it wasn't true. It remains to be seen. The SEC argued that several of the tokens traded on the finance market, such as BNB, USD, Solida, Matic, Coin, Atoms, Sand, Mana, Algo, and Axis, were in fact securities. The SEC is obviously trying to sneak in some regulation here, without letting the projects actually resolve their differences in court. All of these tokens and securities are being sought by them. It's notable that ADA has joined this platform, as well as Bial and Algo, all of which have been deemed securities by the SEC in the past. With the introduction of countless new coins, the SEC is clearly refocusing on the financial sector. I think the fact that XRP isn't on this list is evidence of how convinced they are that they can win their case against Ripple right now. If the SEC had believed they were ready to win big and declare that XRP was a security, then it would have been on this list, since it would have made all the other allegations seem more legitimate. They might have just said, "We just won on the XRP claim, so we're probably right on the others." In my opinion, the SEC's decision to ignore XRP in this case is good news for Ripple and XRP because it means they won the case. The magnitude of the task of managing the finances is likewise noteworthy. It will use up a lot of the SEC's time and energy. Consequently, it's reasonable to assume that, given their financial constraints, they will be much less likely to appeal a ruling in the Ripple case or even to have a jury hear the matter. Right now, the SEC is ramping up their legal proceedings against the financial sector and the gray market. I see this as another evidence that the Ripple SEC case can be considered closed. In this final section of the video, I will talk about using hooks in smart contracts. The upcoming update to the XRP ledger is really exciting. I had assumed that hooks will eventually be included into the main XRP blockchain. The XRP ledger, however, appears to be forking, with hooks being added to a new ledger. Another XRP ledger is in the works. I can guess what a lot of you are thinking. Does that mean that 100 billion XRP have been created? Does that mean Ripple is considering adopting this alternative XRP ledger? Guys, the XRP Labs crew is killing it with this. And what they're doing is essentially just linking the two books together. Therefore, the total supply of XRP will remain constant, and you will be limited to sending it between different blockchains. Things are currently considerably more intricate. I won't be able to go into detail about how it works in the next 2 minutes of this video, but suffice it to say that I think the XRP Labs teams made a fantastic call in this regard. I think this was a fantastic move, as the blockchain is facing a serious dilemma right now. You wish to implement as many improvements as possible, such as smart contracts and programmability, without impairing the system's performance. You all know how much it costs and how long it takes to conduct a transaction because of what happened with Ethereum. They provided all these amazing features for developers, but it kind of damaged the payment system that Ethereum was originally. The dilemma was that adding hooks to the XRP ledger would be undesirable, but if we did, what would happen? They connected the two systems by keeping an identical copy of the XRP ledger side by side with the original. As a result, you can utilize any ledger for payments while keeping your programmability on the other. Simply put, I think this is a fantastic concept. To make progress, this industry needs horizontal scalability rather than trying to pack everything into a single database. We need the option to make specialized ledgers for a wide range of uses. The current state of blockchain development prevents us from combining all of the necessary elements into a single system. We need a system where different blockchains built for different problems can talk to one another. I think it's wonderful that we'll have a fully functional XRP ledger that can be used for payments and liquidity. However, a second XRP ledger will exist, one optimized for smart contracts. Foreign exchange is developing into a distributed ledger made to fix banking system flaws. Zach Richter mentioned earlier today that they were only a test, and I think he meant that. There is no need to convince us that the XRP ledger is the best choice for global transactions, we already know that it is. Still, there is a great deal of wiggle room in the financial system, thus programmability is essential. For these more serious issues, a new financial system needs as many bells and whistles as can be mustered. I think what we're seeing now is Ripple's first step in addressing these more fundamental problems. It has been speculated that Ripple would alter its commercial approach. Accordingly, you should look at CBDC and Treasury Administration. Furthermore, it appears like Ripple is progressing along with the XRP ledger. My anticipation for this is building. I think this will be a huge boon to the XRP ledger. Even if there is a one-to-one problem, I really appreciate that they aren't just forking the XRP ledger and making a new separate blockchain with brand fresh XRP. You can use your XRP on the new ledger without having to buy shares in an additional asset, protecting the value of your current holdings. This turned out exceptionally well. They made excellent use of the opportunity, and I expect this will pave the way for the XRP ledger to become much more helpful in the future as more specialized side chains are built on top of it, without causing a trillion-second delay in the master ledger. Anyway, I'm hoping this video is entertaining for you. I really appreciate it if you fellas liked and subscribed. See you in the next video, bye.